Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of The Sopranos. This is season 6, episode 3, titled Mayham. So last time on, Tony is still in the hospital. We kind of got these visions, these dreams. He was Kevin Finnerty. He swapped identities. There's hints that he has early stages of Alzheimer's. He's basically panicking. He doesn't want to wind up becoming Uncle June, the same guy who shot him, and is basically he has no recollection of it. So we're in a pickle here. AJ himself vowed to get revenge on Uncle June, promised to put a bullet in his head. Don't know how that's gonna play out, but we're just gonna hop in, have a good time, discuss actors. But before I do want to remind you guys, Patreon for the full length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if any of that interests you, hop on over to Patreon. Of course, if you can't start over there, of course, support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking, hop in, have a good time, discuss the actors. All right, guys, here we go. All right, what are we doing?
Cuidado, que ahí vienen.
Buddy. Damn.
Get back. Shoot the prick.
Damn.
Supposed to be empty here daytimes.
Damn. Hell of a mess.
Money. Fuck my fucking balls. Who got here? This fucking shit for lousy 2 G's?
Oh, there it is. The washing machine or the dishwasher?
You were at South Mountain Arena yesterday, trying to buy a gun. Not asking I told
Oh.
you that. We know how you feel, but you can't do this. Trust me.
You gonna throw your life away, buddy?
You gotta channel that rage elsewhere. Fuck your girlfriend more. Little hunters, yeah.
He's like, I'm not a kid, bro.
Hey, did you bring me my sweater?
Your sweater?
And Jesus fuck! I'm old enough to sit with Dad all night, be a messenger boy, bring shit from the house, but I'm too young to deal with the larger issues.
What are you talking about?
I think you didn't put them up to it.
Put
What?
who up to what?
God, he was in such a good mood this morning.
I like this. This is a good storyline. Is he? My only question is, how early is early to get him out of the coma? Can't be this episode, right? Maybe. I don't know. How long can you really do this? I also saw on the thumbnail that I think Tony B is in this episode, so we'll see how he fits in. The monks did say they were suing Kevin Finnerty. Something about the heating or something? The monks that assaulted him in public in front of everybody?
Do I really look that much like this guy?
To a certain extent, all Caucasians look alike.
This guy.
No, I have his wallet. I have his briefcase. But I'm not him.
But is there not an address on the ID?
Be that as it may, we need heat. We'll need to find someone who will take responsibility.
Well, I can't do that.
Then the lawsuit proceeds.
Interesting.
Oh, honey, your asthma kicking up?
Uh-oh.
I'm so proud of you.
Acting boss, I hope that day would never come.
You've always sold yourself short.
You know me. All I ever wanted was to carve out a little piece. Enjoy some grandkids.
And Syl is good. I like him.
Have you asked yourself what happens if, God forbid, Tony Soprano doesn't recover?
Yeah, does the actual all the power go to him?
Back when Jackie was at the end, he floated the idea of me stepping up to the big seat. Not Tony. Me.
Really?
I never saw myself as that kind of guy.
But here you are, Syl. The times make the man, honey, not the other way around.
Is it possible that I am Kevin Finnerty?
I mean, maybe. In another universe. That lighthouse, though. Maybe Kevin Finnerty runs the lighthouse.
I was just saying, I'm gonna get T's piece of my half to Syl here for her. Of the thing.
Your half? I did all the heavy lifting. You would never heard about it without my information. Big help. You said the place was empty. Doc says I need an ultrasound on my groin and balls.
An ultrasound?
That's $100 grand a piece. You got it? We're looking after Carmela.
No question.
Of course. Sooner than later, Paulie.
I gotta piss first. You want hair for that too?
You want to shake it for me?
As writers,
Hey, this guy.
we are all hung up.
Oh, this is like AA or
On
something,
hang
right?
up. But the habit, the disease. Ah, fresh casualties in the battle of the blank page. Have a seat.
Uh-oh.
My past as an addict.
Oh! Why? I mean, does this guy...
fucking fisheye, I'm offering you a way to wipe your fucking obligation. Wasn't me who told you to start gambling again.
I can't write a feature now. I just landed a staff job. I deliver this script. Are you nothing?
You hear this, dude? Real fucking dark character.
Yes or no? Are we clear?
My idea is Saw meets Godfather 2. Proven track record, both jobs.
This is why you assaulted me in the middle of the day, sir.
Long story short, he is put back together by science, or maybe it's supernatural.
Or maybe you don't know your own story.
Don't make me come look for you.
My God. I thought you were home free, buddy. Maybe he's gonna wind up hanging in the closet also.
Wanted to let you know there's a major package coming your way from Paulie and Vito. Very significant.
You all have done so much already. Thank you. You want to come in? Say hello?
Sure.
Maybe he's not ready for it to be... You're gonna do great, T.
Maybe I'm not following you. I'm a supporter of the next guy. But there's a point. And what if Tony takes a turn for the worse? I'm gonna
Really?
$1,000 and he dies the next day? Be money down the drain. It's tempting, but you can't think that way.
He's a fucking vegetable, but I still gotta pay tribute to the princess of Little Italy.
What are you gonna do?
You're thinking like this too?
JT, I want to introduce you to Carmine Lupatazzi, my co-executive producer on the project.
Nice to finally meet. But JT, I gotta warn you, I'm very hands-on.
Great.
I learned that the hard way. I want to welcome all of you to the first meeting of possible...
JT, you're on.
We've been working on a new kind of slasher film. It takes place in the world of, the mafia.
It's about a wise guy with a big mouth and bigger dreams.
Right now, it's called Pork Store Killer, but I'm thinking just Cleaver.
Cleaver. Nice.
How's he evening up with anybody? He's a ghost?
As I understood, a zombie of sorts. Great title, by the way.
Cleaver. I like Cleaver.
Jointed him. He's not gonna end up all in the same dump.
And how's that a slasher?
All right, you guys.
Actually, the maniac is almost always a supernatural force. Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers from Halloween.
Get the fuck out.
He's making a point.
It's true.
Michael Myers is an escaped mental patient. Jason and Freddy, different kind of movie.
Well,
Michael
that's the
Myers
guy
changed
we're
over
doing here.
time.
So, he's a ghost? I don't know. Ghostbusters, another fucking money machine.
You can't just... I would watch the movie, but it would be a disaster.
Fridge dumps.
If it did become permanent, your compensation might be...
Don't go there.
Better be important, Bobby.
Got a new baby and 2 kids in private school. This arrangement with Vito is killing me. Roseville, this temporary shit. I need an answer already. I'm going out of my fucking mind here.
He's about to have a asthma attack or something.
I'll come up with a solution.
All right, so Carmela is here.
How can I help you?
The situation with the shooting. It's a very serious problem. You know, guns in the home. And obviously, we learned our lesson too late. I immediately removed all the firearms from the house after the goings-on at Tony's uncle's. I said something very cruel.
You're a cross to bear.
And especially since he
Yeah.
has been trying so hard.
Has
What are you
he?
doing?
I mean, he made some steps in the last episode.
So the issue isn't just guns in the home.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think about my son in front of those cameras, you know, having to vouch for all of this. My daughter and her friends, they have to face all these years of facading.
They do or you do?
You know, I'd go to my priest and I would cry and say how bad I felt about how my husband made his money, but that was bullshit. Because there are far bigger crooks than my husband.
That's true. Tony is a monster, but he's not like a demon, you know.
Kids, it's all out in the open now, the whole thing.
Yeah, where do we go
When
from
I
here?
raised Tony's second night in the coma, I told him I loved him. When was the last time I said that?
Are you afraid you aren't going to feel that way when he wakes up?
That is a thought. That's a thought. And oh shit.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
So where does the power go now?
Sill's on the campus now.
Fucking 100% disaster.
Tony goes. Somebody's gonna have to step into the breach.
You think it's gonna be you?
And now, without the weight,
You be around much
a
longer?
healthy man with longevity.
Campaigning over here.
Listen, sweetheart. I know you're expecting something, and I can't get into specifics, but there are certain people looking over our shoulders right now.
It's okay, Vito. I'm not expecting anything. Money's not an issue. Like you said, I got bigger worries.
Your ma says now's our moment.
The main thing, when people come to sit with Dad, the doctors want positive talk.
Got it.
Oof, Maron, he looks terrible.
Oof, Maron. He looks terrible.
Phineas Fogg.
Uh-oh.
He forgets all the little people.
Hey, Vito. How's Mr. Soprano doing?
Let's hope he pulls through, huh?
Hi.
I'm gonna let you two lovebirds be.
Please.
Dad, don't worry about him. He's harmless.
I feel like he's going to rape him or something.
I'm sorry. Yes, the Inn at the Oaks. What is that beacon anyway?
God damn it! Shut up! Get up in there! I said to Ma.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, what's happening? Sopranos still be tackling the monitor. Right, let's bag him.
Bag
Oh my
him?
God, is he dying? Where's my mom? I don't know what's happening. Oh my god.
We still haven't seen Tony B. So I wonder if that's who he's gonna see at the beacon, the lighthouse, in his vision.
All clear.
Clear.
Yeah, I think we're about to get to the thumbnail. Him in a tux, Tony B, I think. Yeah, here we go. This is him. Blendetto.
Is this the Finnerty reunion?
Hello there. They're waiting for you.
Has Kevin Finnerty arrived?
We don't talk like that.
What do you mean?
Your family's in sight.
What family?
They're here to welcome you.
Oh,
You're going home.
Oh, he's dying.
You can't bring business in there.
Oh, is that Meadow?
What is that? Oh, the voice.
Please, let me take that from you. You need to let go.
For some reason, I'm scared.
Well, there's nothing to be scared of.
Wow, this is it.
Please don't leave us, Daddy. We love you.
He was about to die.
Dad, look. Here you are.
That was a crazy scene. I was worried there for a second. It was, I don't.
I'm dead, right?
No, you're in the hospital. With all of us.
Oh, that's sad. I'm dead, right? What?
I don't know if we're out of the woods yet, but he's hanging in. He just passed his first simple mental acuity test, so.
Your strength. That was the difference. Oh, a little something from us.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is what we do, honey.
I'd want the same for my Marine.
Or my mom.
You guys are fuckers, but I guess what she doesn't know won't hurt her, right?
We're here if you need anything.
And they're like kicking themselves in the ass, right? Ah, that look. Damn, this show is so good.
Listen, T, something I wanted to talk to you about.
I'm getting
gonna take
nervous.
Another run at the movie business.
Uh-oh.
I know you haven't liked that in the past,
I'm hoping you'll become an investor when you feel a little better and I can explain what we're doing. It's pretty exciting. I'm holding a large ownership position open for you. I hope you approve. Frankly, all due respect, I think you owe me this. As I came to you about Adriana.
He's gonna like, what? Uh-oh. Wow, man, Steve Buscemi. Okay, so he wasn't even playing Tony B. He was just playing a guy. Interesting. All right, guys. So that was The Sopranos, season 6, episode 3, Mayham. Another great episode, guys. That really got me towards the end there. Like when Tony was home and he met with Steve Buscemi's man character, saying you just need to let go. Everybody's waiting for you. Like that was really well done. That was really well directed, well written, well blocked, well. It was just really well put together. Like it was pulling me in to the point where I almost didn't know if Tony was going to go back. Like obviously, because we still have the rest of the show to get through, and there's still so much drama and so many storylines to kind of circle back to and all that. It's just that the way they were shooting it, it's like it had me second guessing. Could the show work without Tony? Like I know I asked that question before, but honestly, could it? I know he's like the central figure here, and they did kind of toy around with that idea, like with Syl kind of taking charge for the time being, and then now he himself has been canvassed, as they say. So now where does the power shift to? Because Tony's still kind of out of it, and now that Syl's, you know, over at St. Barnabas, that's what they mentioned. What happens next? Because now Carmela got a whiff. Vito and Paulie, she saw that look, that disappointed look when they walked away and got in the elevator. Now, this is what I would call a moment in television where the audience knows what it was implying, but does Carmela really know? Because to her, logically, she could just see them look disappointed and go down the elevator. They could be thinking any number of things, right? They could be doing the whole, they don't like going to hospitals. They're worried about Tony. There could be any number of things they're thinking about, right? It doesn't necessarily mean they're bummed they had to give up that money to Carmela and, Tony's back. So they're trying to cover their asses. Like what, you don't know what he heard or what people promised him or what the people told him. So we know as the audience that they're trying to cover their own asses and basically do what Syl was ordering them to do. But to Carmela, what was she thinking exactly? She couldn't have been thinking, it's like, oh, well, they must be bummed because they're giving me the money. That, and they wanted to keep it for themselves. That must be why they're upset. No way. So it's like I said, it's just one of those moments where we as an audience know what's happening, but are we supposed to imply or get the impression that Carmela is on the same page as us? Or is it just her? Because they made a point to capture her reaction shot with them going in the elevator and it closed, and she's just like, kind of squints her eyes like, did she just see what she thought she just saw? Interesting stuff, right? But Tony is back. We didn't see any Uncle June here. They did come around and circle back to Chris getting back into the movie business, which is interesting. I would watch the movie. Godfather 2 meets Saw meets Ghostbusters. That sounds awful. But why not, right? Especially if all they're really banking on is a cheap idea and hoping to make bank. Because with Saw, sure, it's low budget, but then you also have stuff like Paranormal Activity, which I think is still probably the most, how do I put it? is it the most profitable movie ever made? Because it was made for like what, $10,000 or something, $20,000, something like that, right? And it made like over 100, 200,000, whatever. So it made a bank in comparison to how much was put into it, right? So if they're just trying to do like an easy cash thing, I think they're going to be disappointed because yeah, bad movies can make it to theaters, and yeah, in theory, bad movies do make money, but are you are you under the impression that it's going to be a guaranteed success? Because there's a lot of bad movies that flop and fail. So as long as we're keeping our expectations kind of grounded and realistic, then sure, why not, right? Let me see what else is going on here. Let me just scrub through this. Like Chris and Bobby caught wind of AJ trying to get a gun. Who knows if we're gonna go back to that storyline. So now that Tony's awake, it looks like we're gonna start shifting things back to the Uncle June thing because he's gonna start becoming more cognizant, right? And then people are gonna start pushing. Especially, I think AJ is going to start stepping up a little bit. People are going to start pushing for the idea of trying to get some sort of retaliation or payback, revenge, whatever you want to call it, right? But then with the whole Syl thing, who knows, like, if that's going to be like a wrench in plan here, because now we're going to have to kind of like take care of him because he's starting to have like these asthma attacks, these flare-ups. And now that the fact that he had to like be taken away in an ambulance is concerning. So we'll see what happens with him. With the Vito thing, Vito and Finn, they're circling back to a lot of storylines in this episode, and I actually am pretty excited to see where we go. From there, because I'm getting worried about Vito and Finn. That storyline, I'm getting worried because Finn is obviously he doesn't want to cause problems, and Meadows just kind of like, you don't have to worry about him. He's Uncle Vito. But Uncle Vito is a fucking pervert. And Uncle Vito knows that I know something. And Uncle Vito is a big guy and I'm very small. So I'm afraid to be alone with this guy. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm surprised Finn even wanted to show up. Even if he had the idea of Vito being there, I would be like, dude, if that Vito guy's there, I'm not coming in. Like, he gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't want to be around him. No offense, Meadow. Like, I'm here to help you support your father in the hospital, but I don't want to be around him. So we'll see what happens with that. Because they are, like, circling back to these storylines. So they have to come back into play, right? Like, there has to be a follow-up. Because they're not just going to have Vito reintroduce himself to Finn and be like, I'm gonna let you lovebirds be, unless that's just his way of letting them be, which I doubt. I think there's gonna be something more. Dr. Melfi is here trying to offer her support and assistance. It's good to see Carmela talking with someone about it. Yeah, the moment towards the end here where Tony was going to that beacon, and he got to see Steve Buscemi's character here, and he looked over, and it looked like he saw somebody. Was this supposed to be his mom? Like, was that supposed to be his mom? Like, you cannot see the face, right? But I'm wondering who exactly that was. I mean, that has to be the mom, right? Like, she looks old here. And since the actress is, I believe you guys said she passed away. I think I remember that, right? So obviously they can't really get her back for that. So I just thought it would have been a really cool moment if for some way, somehow they would have shown like a glimpse into the house and we got to see like past characters or something like that. I thought that would have been pretty cool. But as it remains, this was a really good moment. It's probably the best moment in the series because it got me like emotionally tied up with everything. But Tony's back. We got to offer him the support. Carmela saw something here. Yeah. Chris. Oh, see, there's so much stuff. When Tony comes back, he's going to be like overwhelmed with the amount of stuff he has to take care of, right? He's going to be right back in the hospital having those panic attacks again. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's going to end well for Tony in the long run. I feel like he's going to have a myriad of health problems, or he's going to wind up dying in prison or dying in his own home. Who knows? I don't know. He's going to have one final panic attack and that's going to be it. I don't know if that's going to be the final episode or something, but it just feels like Tony's just going to wind up losing his mind. It's going to kind of like going down that same route as Uncle June. It's going to kind of be sad to see. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope the show has a good ending. Good, not in the sense of, objectively good, but a good in the sense of I want characters to kind of get what they deserve in the end, I guess I should say. So, great episode. Can't wait to see what happens in the next one. And I think I'm just going to end it there. All right, guys. You guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction. You guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, that's also available to you right now over on Patreon. Links in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, go support me right here on YouTube. All you got to do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm going to get out here and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The Sopranos. It'll be Season 6, Episode 4. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.